I'm back, Rhodes for the Matrixx and Rhodes show. Let's talk about Lightyear. That's right. Remember, Buzz Lightyear came back last year, and judging by the box office, nobody with half a brain even watched. Why? Because in standard operating 2022-2023 procedure by Disney, they crammed a bunch of woke and identity politics into the film and pushed an LGBTQ elemental P agenda straight into that movie. Well, now Pixar has actually come out and made some comments about why the movie flopped. And I mean, it flopped hard. By the way, Disney's animated division, it's even in a bigger mess than their live action shit. I mean, right now we've got Ant-Man 3 shit in the bed at the box office. Just got whipped, I think, or about to be whipped, or something. Cocaine Bear is taking it to task right now. By the way, I want to see that. I did. Ryan didn't love it, but I want to see it. It looks hilarious, and it's Ray Liotta. Rest in peace. It's his last movie. You know, God bless him. You know, wherever he's at, I'm sure he made it to the big show. You know what I mean? So anyway, Lightyear, Pixar has come out and made a statement. Disney has come out and made a statement and said they saw the error of their ways when it comes to why the box office of Lightyear flopped. Except they got it completely wrong. Of course, they did not acknowledge the wokeness in the movie or the identity politics tank in the movie or the same-sex relationship that people don't want their kids subjected to in the movie, which is why it flopped to begin with, right? Of course Disney's not going to acknowledge that, and that in itself is exactly what is effing wrong with Disney. God, what a once proud brand. Unbelievable. Guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to flip over right quick. I'm going to tell you this. I was excited when Disney got a hold of Star Wars. I was like, oh my God, we're about to get some badass Disney movies. And they're going to be doing Star Wars, and it's going to be great. And who knew we were on the verge of the opening of wokeness taking over the planet? The Blaze, Pixar's chief creative officer, Pete Docter, attempted to explain why, quote, Lightyear flopped at the box office. However, the Pixar executive refused to address boycotts by conservatives surrounding Disney's spinoff of the massively successful Toy Story franchise. Also, it should be acknowledged, we very, very much took note of the fact that they did not bring Tim Allen back to voice Lightyear, who is a conservative. Bob Iger has just brought back Tim Allen, by the way. So there's that, but that's not enough. Last June, Lightyear made nearly $20 million less in its opening weekend than Disney anticipated, and it made a lot less overall. Docter gave an interview to the entertainment website The Wrap this week. Docter was asked why the $200 million budgeted Lightyear. Why would an animated movie cost $200 million frickin' dollars to make? That's crazy. Lightyear animated movie flopped at the box office. The Pixar executive claimed the movie tanked because the fans of, quote, Toy Story, an animated movie about toys coming to life, couldn't understand that action figure toy Buzz Lightyear is a space ranger from a fictional galaxy where he battled Emperor Zurg, a robot alien villain. Why would you think audiences couldn't pick up on what's going on? What a dumbass statement that is. Audiences aren't stupid. They're not. And that's part of Disney's problem, is they think they know better than the audience. And that's the problem here. Quote, we've done a lot of soul searching. You've got a soul? Soul searching about that because we all love the movie, Doctor began. We love the characters and the premise. Doctor said, I think probably what we ended on in terms of what went wrong is we asked too much of the audience. dumb shit. He continued, when we hear Buzz, they're like, great, where's Mr. Potato Head and Woody and Rex? And then we drop them into a science fiction film, and they're like, what? Absolutely a bullshit take on this, if there ever was. There's not a person that walked into that movie or took the time to watch it that did not realize it was a solo Buzz Lightyear movie when they chose to consume it. They knew it was not a Toy Story movie. That was not a problem with that film at all. Even if they've read the material in the press, it was just a little too distant, both in concept and I think in the way the characters were drawn. I mean, look, the animation wasn't great, but if the story is good, that's going to receive very little criticism if it's got a home run storyline. I mean, let's just be honest. And that's the problem with Disney right now. They're worried about identity politics and wokeness, and they care less about the story. It's the biggest problem they have in Star Wars right now. That they portrayed, it was much more of a science fiction. Doctor said the characters in Toy Story were much broader, and there was likely a disconnect between what people wanted and expected and what we were giving them. Doctor failed to mention that conservatives boycotted Lightyear because there was a same-sex lesbian kiss in an animated movie for children. That was your problem. Lightyear originally had a same-sex kiss, but then was reportedly removed before the movie was released. However, the lesbian kiss was reinstated after woke-ass Pixar employees demanded the LGBTQ validation gesture be restored as pushback against the parental rights in education bill being passed in Florida by Governor Ron DeSantis. And I can tell you right now, I made a lot of videos on DeSantis against Disney over on Black and White Network. And I made videos on this channel, Lightyear. And I'm going to tell you, Disney's push into a fight against Ron DeSantis is a major reason as well that this movie bombed. People were furious because Disney chose to pick a fight with America's governor, all right? And yeah, Republicans, conservatives, we love Ron DeSantis. In 2028, he's going to be the president of the United States. And you can bet, as soon as they picked that fight, people were furious. Okay? Because not only are you pushing your bullshit into a fucking movie, but you're also now blatantly getting involved in politics out in the real world. And that was a no-go. Bob Iger himself, since he has come back, said that Disney made a mistake getting involved in that situation. They should not have done it. I believe it's the reason why Bob Iger lost his damn job. Plain and simple. That has nothing to do with their content. That doesn't mean their content's going to improve. It doesn't. But out in the real world, and by the way, Ron DeSantis stripped them of the Reedy Creek Improvement District and all of its benefits. And there was a lot of them. That whole thing, by the way, cost Disney around $123 billion in actual value. The bill prohibits teachers from teaching about sexual orientation and gender identity to students into kindergarten through the third grade. Pixar also replaced the iconic voice of Buzz Lightyear, here we go, with Tim Allen, who had been the voice of Buzz Lightyear since Toy Story was released in 1995. Pixar replaced Allen, who is a conservative, one of the very few outspoken conservatives involved with Hollywood, with liberal actor Chris Evans. Yep. Tom Hanks, the voice of Sheriff Woody, slammed Pixar for making the change. Speaking about Lightyear, Allen declared it just doesn't have any connection to the toy. There's really no Toy Story Buzz without Woody. Evans previously said people who are, quote, trying to hold on to what was before will die off like dinosaurs And anyone against representation and diversity are idiots. And that's the other problem. When you start getting actors, producers, filmmakers, heads of studios blatantly attacking fans for their values and beliefs, your movies are gonna shit the bed, which is exactly what happened with this film. I mean, that's all there is to it. People don't want their value set attacked. And you know what's crazy? And I'll say this, I've always said it, I'll say it again. Disney, in my opinion, was built by conservatives. Okay? Walt Disney, very family oriented. He wanted his products to be family friendly and to feel traditional, and all these kind of things that are valued by the conservative population. And look, everybody I knew loved Disney up until about 2012. Maybe even later than that, 2013 or 14. But they started pushing identity politics, wokeness, the hate on capitalism in The Last Jedi. That was a thing too. Not to mention identity politics and the war on straight white men. All of that was noticed. And people start closing their pocketbooks and decide to back off and not consume their GD product. I almost said it. I'm trying to cut that out, but you get the point. You get the point. People don't want to see that. They don't appreciate it. Don't tell us that our belief set is wrong. Don't attack Christians. That's the thing, right? I mean, traditional family values, generally speaking, people in the Bible Belt, you went after Ron DeSantis. It was an elixir of a nightmare for Pixar and Lightyear, and Disney clearly has not learned their lesson. Even if Bob Chapek is back, you can see right here. And the thing about it is, they're just fine with this. They've got the numbers. They know the numbers. Okay? The NFL, believe it or not, has an actual percentage number, and I know what it is. I'm not going to say it right now, but they got a percentage number of how badly their business was hurt by Colin Kaepernick kneeling and protesting against law enforcement. I can tell you right now, the owners got the number. Fuck it, I'll say it. It's like 40% of all their fan bases that were prepared to walk away from the NFL. And they knew it. And that's why certain entities aren't in the NFL anymore. I mean, who wants to put 40% of your business in jeopardy over a backup quarterback? You know. Tell me what you think, Matrixx and Roadshow fans. Yes, I nailed it without messing it up. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.